Hey, welcome back to another yoga video on Move with Bree. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today we have yoga for tight quads and core. These stretches are going to be great if you're a cyclist or a runner, but really anyone can benefit from having leg and core flexibility. It will be helpful to have 2 blocks and a bolster for this stretch routine, but if you don't have those props to work with, we can do all of the stretches without them as well. So without further ado, let's begin. All right. We're going to start this routine in a lunge position. So you're going to come down to your knees and put your right leg forward. And we'll simply start by placing the hands interlaced on the front thigh and starting to rock a little bit forward and back. Now, as you rock forward and back, there might be a tendency to let the right hip move further forward than the left hip, but we're going to try to keep both hips in line with each other so that they're moving forward and back at the same rate. So a couple of rounds of that, breathing deep through your nose. And as you do this, you're also making sure that you're pushing down through the top of your left foot so you have a little bit of stabilization with your back leg. Good. Now that we've loosened up that a little bit, we're going to settle as far forward as you can. And it might be deep, it might not be deep, no worries. But you're going to take your arms up by your ears, take a big inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, put a gentle engagement at your core, drawing the belly button in towards your spine. We're going to do 2 more like that. Take a big inhale. Beautiful. You might sink a little bit further forward as you exhale. And 1 more like it. Big breath in through your nose. And exhale. Good. Now push down through your right heel. You're going to start to shift the hips back and bring the hands down to frame your front foot. Now if you're pretty flexible in your hamstrings, you'll be able to place the hands on the floor, but this is a place where the blocks can come in handy. If you do have blocks that you're working with, you can place them under the hands at any level. Having your hands frame your feet, we're going to take a few of these lifts and lowers. So the next time you breathe in through your nose, push the fingerprints down, straighten your elbows and lift your chest. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows and bow forward over that right shin. We're going to do 3 more. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, bend and bow. Again, just like it, big inhale, lift, lengthen. And as you exhale, curl in. Last time, big inhale, stretch. And exhale, bow. And then we'll hold this one for 5. Let the nose drop towards the shin for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Rebend your right knee, and this time you're going to tuck your left toes under, lift the left knee off the ground, place your left hand as flat on the ground as you can or on a block. Again, you can use a block here. We're going to take that right hand up towards the sky, really press down with the left hand and reverberate up through your wingspan. So you're getting a little bit more reach through the right hand as you push down with the left hand. Now if the neck feels okay with it, you'll look up towards your right thumb, and we're going to hold for 5. Breathe deep for 4. Squeeze the left quad for 3, 2. Press back through the left heel, 1. Good. And slowly release the right hand down to the ground so we can step to the top of the mat. So big step forward. Coming into a standing forward fold, you're going to grab opposite elbows. Let your torso hang heavy, and if it feels good to sway a little bit left and right, sway the body side to side. Good. Continue to breathe deep through the nose, but if it feels good to exhale through the mouth or sigh out any of your out breaths, go ahead and take a sigh. And then as you come back to center, release your hands to the ground, framing your feet. We're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat this time to do that same little ditty on the other side. So as you lower your right knee, take the top of your right foot to the floor and lift the arms up. Good. Now interlace your hands, place them on top of the left thigh, and as you push down and forward with the hands, sink both hips forward towards the top 2 corners of your mat. Good. Now we're going to start to rock forward and back just a little bit. As you rock forward and back, keep pressing down with the top of your right foot so you have that stabilization with the back leg. Breath is deep through the nose. Good. And the next time you move the hips forward, we'll settle there. Hips go as far forward as it feels comfortable for you, but do keep in mind, right hip is in line with that left hip. Good. Last little bit here. Reach the arms up and we'll hold for 5. And slowly release the hands down to the ground. We'll press the left heel down firmly, start to straighten out that left leg for our lifts and lowers. So the next time you inhale, you're going to push into the fingerprints either on your blocks or the floor and straighten out the arms. As you exhale, bend the elbows and curl in. Again, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend and bow. Nice breath pace. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend and bow. And last time, inhale, stretch the body upright and forward. Exhale, curl in. And this time we drop the forehead down and we hold for 5. Keep pressing the top of your right foot, right shin towards the floor. And then slowly start to dig into the ground with your left heel to pull your body forward. We're going to place the palms to frame the left foot, tuck the right toes under to lift the knee, and then that left hand goes up towards your ceiling. Big stretch of the wingspan. As you pull the left fingers higher, push down through the right palm. Squeeze the right quad muscle so that you can straighten that right leg any amount. We'll hold for 5 more counts. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release all the way down to the ground. Good. This time you're going to step the left foot to the back of the mat so you come into a high plank position. And now you can do this lower with or without the knees on the ground. So if you want to situate yourself with knees on the floor, go ahead and take the knees down. Otherwise, we push away from the floor with the knees up. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly lower all the way to the floor, working the core strength and the arm upper body strength. Lower all the way down. Nice. When you get there, untuck your toes, and then you're going to take your elbows underneath the shoulders. So now elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Arms are parallel in front of you, so make an 11 shape with your forearms and palms. You're going to push down with the palms so that you can rise up out of your shoulders. So instead of crumpling down into the shoulder joints, you're going to lift up out of the shoulder sockets, pushing the hands down and dragging back with the hands just slightly so that instead of the hands moving, it pulls your chest forward through the shoulders. Good. Now look straight forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, think of drawing your belly button in towards the back and drawing the chest a little bit further forward. Good. We'll do it again. Inhale. And exhale, opening up the front of the chest, strengthening the upper back. Last breath here, big inhale. And exhale. You can set your palms, or set your arms on top of each other here out in front of you. We're going to bend the knees and windshield wiper the legs side to side. So this should be a nice little massage across the front of the thighs, even that muscle right above the knees. Good. And then we're going to come back into a similar position of what we just did. So you're coming back into your Sphinx pose. But this time, you're going to bend your right knee and you're going to take the left hand parallel to the top edge of your mat so you have a little bit more support for yourself here. Now, right hand is going to reach back to the inner arch of that back foot or that bent knee. And you're going to gently pull on the heel. Good. As you pull on the heel, kick the foot into the hand as well. So there's almost like a point of opposition there. You're pulling with the hand, you're pushing with the foot. That push of the foot back will help you both lift the chest higher and stretch the quad muscle. So you're getting that stretch across the front of your leg. Good, and then release it to switch sides. So now the right arm goes out in front of you, left knee bends. We'll grab the inside of the left foot. As you kick the foot into the hand, pull the hand into the foot. Use that as leverage to lift the chest and to stretch that left quad muscle. Good, release it all the way down. This time you're going to interlace the hands behind the back. And as you draw the knuckles towards your heels, you're going to lift your chest off the ground, squeeze your shoulder blades together, so it's almost like your shoulder blades are pinching the upper spine. Good, pull the knuckles back, and if it feels good to also lift the heels, no pinching in the low back with that, then you'll lift the feet off the floor and we'll hold for 5. Breathe deep for 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, and release. This time you're gonna stack the palms and place the forehead right on top of the hands. Now you can bend the knees here and windshield wiper the legs side to side. Good. And then the last thing here on the belly, you're either gonna repeat your locust pose or you're gonna interlace the hands behind the back. You're gonna bend the knees. So either legs are straight or knees are bent. Now you're pulling the knuckles back like you're gonna touch the heels, and maybe you do touch the heels. So stick with me here. You either have the legs straight or knees bent. If you have touched your heels, this is gonna be option B. You'll grab the ankles and you're gonna kick the feet into the hands. Send the shins back as the chest rises up. Good. If you don't have this, you're sticking with that locust pose, and we're holding either bow or locust with deep breaths through the nose. Good. Kick the shins back if you have your bow. Take one more inhale. Beautiful. Slowly release on your exhale. And one more time. Stack the palms, bend the knees, and windshield wiper the legs side to side. Nice. If you don't have that bow pose yet, continuing to work on your locust is going to help you gain the strength and flexibility to get there. So make sure you stick with that one and practice it. Practice, practice, practice. Good. And then come back to center, release the feet down. Now this will be our last stretch. We're going to come into a seated position. So go ahead and swing your legs around, come up to a seat. Nice. And this will be a great opportunity if you have a bolster or even a stack of pillows. I would recommend grabbing, if you don't have a bolster, grab a stack of couch cushions, or maybe even 4 pillows could be good. Like collect the pillows from your beds in your home. But you're gonna take the bolster right up to the sacrum, or your stack of pillows. You want to make sure that you have some pillows all the way down to where your head will land eventually. And you're going to bend the right knee to begin. So we're going to bend the right knee, place the right heel by the right hip, send the left leg forward. Now you're going to try your best to keep the knees together, or as close together as they will stay. You're going to do your best to also keep both sits bones on the floor. So the right sits bone will want to lift, but we're going to try to keep it down. It's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. You're going to snuggle the bolster or the stack of pillows right up next to your sacrum, and then you'll gently push down to get a little bit of lift up and over that bolster or that stack of pillows. Good. When you get here, you're going to feel a very nice stretch along the quad muscle and that muscle right above the knee. So we're going to hold here and breathe for a few cycles. As we hold, you're going to do your best to also relax the chest and let the upper back be held by your bolster or by your stack of pillows. If you don't have a bolster or pillows to work with, you might have the flexibility to do this without any prop underneath you. You might be able to lie all the way down on the ground. Or if you don't have the props and you're not able to get down to the ground, you can also do this by, stay on your bolster if you're there. You can also do this by propping yourself up on your elbows. Or maybe the quads are really tight, you've got pretty meaty thigh muscles, then you can stay up on the palms, which is an excellent thing. If you've got strong legs, chances are you also have tight muscles, which is why we stretch. We get the combination of strength and flexibility so that we have more mobility. Good, a couple more breaths here. If you're an athlete too, keep in mind that these stretches will help enhance your performance. I started yoga as a long distance competitive runner and it helped a lot. I wish I would have started earlier. I started when I was in college doing yoga again. And man, if I would have had this in high school, would have been great. Good. You're gonna come onto your palms again so we can switch sides. So transitions are just as important as being in the stretch. So make sure that you move very mindfully here and notice all the different sensations as you come out of the stretch. So we're gonna send that right leg forward very gingerly. You're gonna stretch both legs out in front of you. Take a moment here just to feel the legs. They're gonna feel different. One is gonna feel maybe a little bit tender, or maybe it feels really nice and spacious. Maybe both. Good. And then we're gonna switch sides. So again, taking your stack of pillows, your bolster, or whatever you've got behind you, you're gonna take your left heel in towards your glute. You're gonna keep that left heel as close to the glute as you can. Try to keep the knees close together. Keep in mind, again, it's not gonna be perfect, and that's okay. Left hip, we try to keep it on the floor, as much weight as the right hip. Keep practicing that, because that's one of the harder pieces of this, is to keep weight in both sits bones evenly distributed. I don't have it. Most of my weight is in my right hip, but I'm working on getting that left hip weighted, grounded. Push down on your bolster if you're using it. Lift yourself up and over. And we're gonna be here. I gotta adjust my bolster. We're gonna be here for about 10 breaths. So once you get down, find an even rhythm of breathing to support your stretch. Relax the chest muscles. Good. Let the belly inflate and contract with your breathing so that you're really breathing all the way down to the bottom lobes of your lungs. Awesome. Now press down into your palms. Start to take chin to chest and roll back up to your seated position. Very casual in your exit of this stretch. You're gonna assist yourself with your left hand. Send that left leg all the way out in front. Now this one is also good for your knee flexibility, but knees can be tender, so make sure that you move slow again and you're going at your own rhythm. When you get back up to your seat, we're gonna take a moment here to sit tall and just feel how the legs are doing. Nice. Now we're gonna end this with a couple of deep breaths through the nose. So you're gonna come to a seated position, a meditative seat. Take the hands down to the lap, and then with an inhale, you're gonna stretch the arms up in a big snow angel approach all the way to the top, palms together. And then as you exhale, we're gonna tuck the thumbs into the center of the chest. Use that pressure of thumb knuckles against sternum to lift the chest a little higher. Deep breath in. Expand the chest, expand the belly. Good. Keep the chest lifted high, but as you exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest so you get this nice stretch in the upper back of the neck. And on that out breath, on that bow forward, we'll take a moment here to set an intention for the rest of your day. So it could be a goal that you want to accomplish. It could be an attitude that you want to carry into the rest of your day. Take a moment now to set that. Awesome. And then release the hands, open up the eyes. Great job, you guys. Thank you so much for doing this stretch routine with me. If you enjoyed it, make sure that you give it the thumbs up, as that will help it reach more people who will benefit from this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I bring you workouts on Wednesdays and yoga flows on Fridays, and I can't wait to see you again on Wednesday for a workout. I'll see you next time.